We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to hold support and break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 2:05 p.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot sent out a bull indicator at 10:10 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from white with red borders to bright green bars in the last 2 days. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since yesterday at the 511 level, and canceling out that previous bear indicator at 513, and continuing that staircase effect and strength here, testing up towards the resistance of 520, hitting a new 52-week high, an all-time high. But it wasn't just the SPY pushing up higher. You have the QQQ. You also have Tesla here continuing up, and also Apple coming up slightly above the recent highs of 177, coming back below it, currently under a bear indicator. And then you also have Netflix here running back up, back above the levels up here of 627. So lots of strength here on all these stocks that were under bull indicators. We broke that down in yesterday's video, and here we are with the SPY hitting an all-time high. Now let's go ahead and look here what's going on in the bigger picture. On the 1 hour chart, we could also see here a bull indicator that popped up yesterday, canceling out that bear indicator at the 512 level. You can see it right there very quickly in the middle of the day, full strength there, continuing the staircase effect, and here it is pushing up, breaking through the resistance and trying to get back above in the aftermarket hours of 522. So definitely something to not ignore here. In the bigger picture, a bull indicator, full strength on the charts, and it's going to be crucial for inflows to follow to justify this move so far. Now, when we go ahead and zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, we could see here a bull indicator that popped up in this tight consolidation between 515 and 516 at around the 515.93 level, broke above it, it came back to it, right? It broke up, went all the way to 518, came back down, used it as support, and then it ripped back up past the 518 level, 520, and here it is continuing into tomorrow. So I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, with inflows dominating throughout the second half of the day and all day. Even though it was red, it quickly switched from red to green. We needed it to pull up, and it's hitting one of the highest points that we've seen of inflows in the last several days and weeks, up here at the 7.25 area. Slightly pulled back now, and this is definitely something to not ignore, because if it continues, it could start to reflect into these charts. But inflows have dominated all day. Even though it was red and it got close to the midpoint, because it stayed above, this chart did not completely collapse. And as soon as it started to push up, which we were looking for that, it pushed up away from the midpoint and started to reflect that strength into these charts. Now, here we are with the bigger picture as well on the 1 hour, with inflows dominating and pushing up to some of the highest points, breaking through the recent highs of 5.9, hitting 6.4, and doing a full transition again from the dip area to multiple rip areas here in the last several days, and holding that support on that pullback above 510 in yesterday's trading day. And we were breaking down the key levels I would watch, and the resistance levels were broken through, right? 515, 518, and it reached all the way up above 520. And here it is, trying to fight to get above the 522 level in the after hours. It's going to be crucial for these inflows to stay above the midpoint to continue to reflect this strength into these charts. So I will be watching that here in the rest of the after hours and going into tomorrow. Now, on the 15-minute chart, we could see how outflows were trying to dominate in the middle of the day, but in the second half, those inflows picked up, pushed away from the midpoint, very strong. And here in the after hours, we have a divergence of outflow starting to begin, but it's still above the midpoint here, and the stock continues to go up higher. So that is something I will be watching closely going into tomorrow if these outflows cross over to the downside. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 520. Then below that comes 518.50. And if that gets broken through and that weakness rolls over into the 30-minute, I will be watching the 517 to 515 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick up, switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint, continue the staircase effect here so far in these charts, push up to test new resistance levels, right? And all-time highs. If this continues, switch from red to green here on the 30-minute, pushing upwards, and the first resistance is 522, and then above that I'll be watching 525, and if both of those get broken through, then I'll be watching the 527 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. They're fighting here to stay above, but they're picking up, getting close to the midpoint here on the 15-minute, and it's going to be crucial for it to go from red to green and push away from the midpoint. So I will watch that closely going into tomorrow's volatility. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.